Y'all, this Rom Wills coming back at you. Wait a minute, let me straighten this up. With yet another car video. Virtual reality versus the streets. And I don't mean when I say streets, I don't mean in a gangster way or anything like that. Despite what some people might think about me. It might not be true. You know? Let's just say, for those who watch Power, I understand Ghost. And I'll leave it at that. But anyway, right? Virtual reality versus the streets. I'm going to be real with y'all, man. Sometimes I see, like, people say some things online about relationships, relationship dynamics. And I'm like, okay, you saying all that. I don't see that in the streets. You know, in fact, I think that's why a lot of cats focus more on what's happening online and on, these date naps and stuff. They thinking this is the real world. They try to come up with some shit or try to come up with an argument. Well, this happened on Tinder and all of that. Well, like I did in a video a while ago, I said it's mostly men online and stuff. And a lot of those women on some of these dating apps be catfishing. Heard men be doing it too, but I don't mess with any of it anyway, because I deal with the streets. I was given a nickname Field Master by the master teacher BGS, because I be out here and I see what happened. And you know what, seriously, wait, let me hold on, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, I'm back. I had to. God damn. Whew. I had to say something to somebody I know. Oh, man. Anyway. Wait a minute. Hold on. Damn. Anyway. Y'all think I'm joking? I'm serious. I guess I'm like, shoot. But things are complicated with that. I'll just use the word entanglement and leave it alone. Anyway, right? There's a lot of times I see what people be saying, be doing videos on, live streams on. I'm like, that don't be happening in the real world. Seriously, I'll give you a great example. Because, everybody always be talking about that Chad and Tyrone thing, and dudes be thinking they gotta look like fashion models to get pussy and shit. But if you take an honest look at the guys that be tearing up some shit, shoot, they be looking like construction workers or something. Or blue collar guys, still good body build, but look like they work to get their bodies. I got to shout out Cousin Tito because he had a name for them. And he talked about it on his Patreon, Roughnecks. And speaking of Patreon, I'm really getting into like sexual dynamics on my Patreon on a $20 level. Because, I only go so far here. And just continue that tangent. A lot of people be talking about, different ways of getting women. My whole way has always been telling a man how to improve his sex appeal to women. And it's deeper than just even the body game. Body game is just the foundation. You still gotta have some attitudes and everything. But anyway, back to it. If you say, you know what, let me tell you what, just being out here and just paying attention to the men from the time I was young up to the present day who really be tearing up some ass and shit, be getting women, multiple women and shit, goes totally against what a lot of people think. Totally against it. Because even when I say body game and stuff, that's just getting yourself in the best shape possible. Now, believe it or not, even if you would have to have like that total perfect fitness model thing, you pretty much have to do that all the time. But as long as you got that body, look like you like that construction worker build or policeman build who's staying in shape or fireman build, that's pretty much all you need. You just need to look like you can take action, but you don't have to be super perfect. Those be the dudes tearing up the poo. Those be the dudes tearing up the poo, be working the women and stuff. right? Be getting this and stuff. Shit, you get out here, you start talking. And you know what's interesting about it? I ain't saying this. I never base it on what somebody tell me. Dudes be telling me shit all the time. I just like, okay. I base it on two things. Right? Two things. Two primary things. Like I said, never what somebody tells me. If I want to know something, get a general idea about a dude, first of all, if I'm in a social situation where I can observe the women checking out the dude, boom. Like anybody, look, here's the thing. Anybody talking about they got a high count and all that shit, anybody can say that, right? Anybody can say they getting this. You know by the women that they interact with, right? They know by the women. Like even on YouTube, always pay attention, like any content creator saying it, pay attention to the women in his comments. Seriously, that's a very good way. Pay attention to the women in his comments. That's one, and that can be a clue. And I ain't talking about some dudes like, specifically, catering to women, but just pay attention, right? That's one thing. If you're out in public, pay attention to who they actually around, who they being friendly with. Like women, let me tell you what, the nature of women, even though they'll put a guy in a friend zone, that's usually only a guy who's chasing them crazy. Always pay attention who the women checking out, who they looking at, who they being around, right? And then listen to who, if you can get cool with a woman, they'll tell you themselves. Seriously. I've had more women like tell me which guys that they wanted to get with or wanted to fuck than, I don't know, just casually. These be women I barely know and shit. Or like a woman told me one time, they knew I wouldn't get upset over it, right? Because like I said before, I don't be getting jealous and shit. So, and a woman, see, one of the things I do, one of my secrets, I wouldn't even say a secret because I'm telling y'all, I just let a woman be free. No matter what she says, she could say she's had 100 trains run on her, and I'm just like, can you pass that donut? Seriously, you gonna eat that? That's how I'm gonna be. Like, I ain't even tripping over it, right? So that's how you really know. And see, seriously, like if I go to a club or any place, I'll just get a spot somewhere, and people follow me. No, I'll be like, if I just sit in a corner, be eating my buffalo wings and stuff, I'll just sit there and just watch. That's what I used to do at clubs and stuff when I would go. I just watch. See who the women checking for. Because, see, the thing with women, if they feeling a dude, they gravitate towards him. Even if they don't look at him. But look at their body language. Look at who they gravitating towards. Look at who they looking at. Just sit back and just, see it. And you could tell. Just like a real dude who going to get women, he can walk in a room, all of them like buzzing and all of that stuff. They getting excited. That's how you really know. And believe it or not, it ain't what people think. Because, the dudes don't always be over like 6 feet. Shit, sometimes they be 5'9" or something. Hell, I've known some players, they were under 5'8". And, they'll have a decent body, look like they work for a living. Like I said, decent body, like, look like they do some physical work. But, they ain't going to get no modeling contract or something. And heck, some women like a big dude. Some of them actually like a big dude, with a little bit of gut on him. He just got a little, if it's hanging out too far, they usually don't feel that. But just a little bit of gut on him, especially now, because women will tell you straight up, they like to cuddle and shit. And it's cuffing season anyway, so, getting a little cold out here. They want that warm motherfucker. Shit. Plus, a lot of women sexually, because, I talk about sex. They like to feel the pressure of a good-sized man on them. A whole lot of them. And stuff, so y'all be surprised who be getting it out here and who not. And who be hollering. But you got to get off. You can't go by like some document or even what somebody say. Anybody can say anything. Shit. Anybody can say anything online. But what's happening in the real world, just pay attention. That's why I tell dudes, just pay attention. Learn to read body language and stuff. Oh, that's another thing. Sometimes some people try to poo-poo when we tell them, you know, you'll get some average looking dudes out here with some women, right? Just pay attention to the body language. How close is she standing? Is she holding his hand? How close is it? If they standing far apart or something, they out, yeah, they probably just friends or even related. But if she real close up under him, walking behind him, shit, you know right then. You know? Or her breasts and her vagina pointed towards him while they out. If they ain't walking. Like if they standing someplace in the store, how she pointed towards him. How she looking at him. Look at all that stuff. And it'll surprise a lot of people. Because I'm going to tell you what, even though I promote body game and will always promote body game, remember, I always say that's the foundation. That's a great bait. And yeah, it does turn, body does turn on a female. But ultimately, everything comes down to what's up here. Everything comes down to what's up here. You know, your mindset. You know? Your mindset, what's in your head. How are you confident with women or are you nervous around women? You know, you see a fine woman and stuff, you're going to be nervous when you try to talk to her or even try to talk to her, or you that type like, hey girl, how you doing today? Girl, you looking good. You're a big fine woman, won't you back that thing up? You know? Or you going to sit there and be like, or you going to be one of those dudes who just sit there, right? Look at the woman, see how fine she is, then go online or something, or try to find some video or something telling you what you should have did. I was like, well, damn, she gone now. Shit, some dude got to. Dexter. Dexter Goodbar got to. Oh, man. But, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yo. It's a big difference, virtual reality versus reality. And, you know, that's why I even said, man, I always tell guys, get out in the streets, man. I constantly say that. I say that on my Patreon. I say that out here. You got to see what's actually happening, you know, and see for yourself. Even everything I always tell people, go see for yourself. Shit. Don't just take my word for it. Go out there and see it. I've actually had a lot of people. I remember some, like I always talk about just walking through a mall. I had a commenter say that one time and say, you know, it was like, hey, you know what? I walked through a mall, like you said, I saw everything you were talking about. Seriously. I don't have time. Hey, look, I deal in the real. Be surprised. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something now. Maybe I need to do another video on it. The reality is these women easy as hell out here. The only thing, I'm gonna be real, and I'm gonna leave it at that and go on. I might do another video on it. Might. The only thing a man, once he really understands women's nature, like I don't get these guys that talk about they understand a woman's nature and still having trouble. I don't get that shit at all. If you understand a woman's nature, it becomes easy as hell. At that point, I'm gonna just be real with you. If you truly understand a woman's nature, right? And then understand yourself, right? You need not fear anything. The only thing you should have an issue with, and I mean this sincerely, only thing you should have an issue with is just finding someone specific that you want. That's the only issue you should have, right? Like if the woman gotta like be, I don't know, like if she gotta be like at 38 inch breasts, you know, need a 38 bra. Oh, okay, my buddy ain't working today. If you want somebody with a 38 bra, 28 waist, sitting on a 40, which means 40 inch hips. That's why I use the term sitting on a 40. Hey. Two sons by a woman sitting on a 40. All right? I like those fat asses. And I can deal with a slim woman. I like those fat asses. But anyway, right? You know, shapely legs and stuff, just looking perfect and stuff, looking, you know, looking like this one woman. I'm gonna put her IG in here. There's one woman online built like her or something. Yeah, that's the only way you should be having problems. No, I ain't gonna put her IG. I was gonna use an example, but you know, one of those like big curvy brick house women or something, or you know, 10 face or something. If that's what you want, that's the only issue you should have. Seriously, that's the only issue you should have if you just understand just the basic nature of women. That's the only issue. Because then once you understand that nature, you okay, like you're a fisherman, you know what the fish you want going to bite to. All right. Once you understand that, that's the only thing. If you got a very specific thing, but in general, women in general, once you understand, it shouldn't be a problem. It's just a question who you want to fuck with. Seriously. That's the only thing that should be the only thing. Unless you just want something specific. Now, if you say, yeah, it's got to be that, okay. Yeah, that's hard, though. But shit. Even then, you still should be able to get women in the 7 and 9 range. They actually easier, though, but that's another conversation. They actually easier. I told some people probably why they easier, too. But a lot of guys don't get it. But anyway, right? I know, I be like saying some stuff. Ron, why don't you tell us? Well, the game is sold, not told. I be doing videos and stuff on demand and everything. Shit. Need to be sponsoring webinars. So, anyway, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get my vittles. I gotta figure out what I'm going to eat. So, anyway. That's all I got for now. I'm at my joint. But yeah, y'all, get out here. Get out here in the real world. See what actually happens. Alright? Don't get caught up. Don't be caught up so much. Even, like, I'm saying this even with what I'm saying, yo. Even with what I'm saying, go out and test it out for yourself to see if it actually works. Oh, shit. I thought I left something. Anyway, I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.